What is up, guys? Welcome back into the channel. If you're new, thank you for stopping in today. So today's video is going to be kind of all over the place. I want to give you guys an update on the shop, on both trucks. It's just going to kind of be like a random vlog, what we've been doing on the farm and stuff, because I know I do have some farmers out there that are interested. And being the GM man, I like to focus more on my trucks and stuff, but I also like to get out and kind of get a video of everything here and there. I do live on a farm. We do hay. We have about 100 acres of hay we do. We put up a lot of square bales and a few round bales. But no, so I'm just going to kind of explain everything in this video. Give you guys a little bit of a shop update, like I said, just because we haven't talked about it in a while. But yeah. So that being said, I guess we'll start with the shop. So we started building this probably a year ago, fall. It's come a long way, as you guys can tell. We got the ceiling and everything up. You guys have seen all this in previous videos. The workbench is up here. Just trying to get everything organized now is a pain. Here's the office. We still got to put the door and stuff on. We got a bunch of stuff up there we need to go through. But one thing you guys haven't seen is we started getting the heater hung up. We started getting the ceiling on this side hung up. We have to get more 2x4s to kind of continue over and then this way, but it is coming along fantastic. I believe Dad ordered the hardware for our barn doors here. They're gonna slide in behind that wall and this wall that way, so then we can pull stuff in and out of here if we need to. But he ordered that stuff. The heater's going up. Dad took this light receptacle out because it's sitting on the back of the truck right there. We're gonna actually be taking that wire off and running it over to the heater there. This heater is, I believe it can run on electric and or propane. As you can see, like the wires there. So if you just have like a small garage and you want to run it off of electric, you can do that. Or you can take that little red piece that's the fitting for the LP gas line. We're actually going to be running LP. We took Dad's big LP tank off the house, and it's just on the other side of the building here because he went with a different heating option on the house a couple years ago, so he doesn't even need his LP tank anymore. But that heater should heat this thing just fine. It's a 50,000 BTU. It heats up to like 1,500 square feet, which I think we're at like 12 or 1,300 in here. That's the girlfriend. She's cleaning her Jeep out. But yeah, that's pretty much the shop for now. We got a bunch of the insulation up there yet. That's going to be going on the ceiling and all that. As far as the 79 update, we have the rear axle. It is in. Thank you again to John. Pretty much destroyed this thing. You can see the crack there. It was bad. This axle was slightly bent. I mean, it was like a degree or two off. But he went ahead and, if I can be able to zoom in on this. But right there, he put welds on both sides of the axle tubings or the housing or whatever you want to call it. So what he did is, so say this is the new axle, and if it was bent up or bent down, whichever way, when you weld something, it pulls the metal together. So that's what he did. He welded one side and it actually shrunk it and pulled that slightly bent axle actually back into shape a little bit. So it was like a half a degree off now. So he's like, you can run this thing. It shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. He's like, it would probably be a different story if this was a daily driver, but it's really not. It might be eventually, but if I do that, I really want to swap it over to 3/4 ton axles and springs, but that's going to be way down the road. But no, thank you again to John for getting all that figured out for me. It runs really good, but I still am fighting a power steering leak on this thing. I have no clue where it's coming from. I checked all my fittings. So here's the power steering, obviously, right here. So I don't know if it's coming from the reservoir itself, which is this. If there's a crack in the housing of that, or if it's coming from the fittings on the back, right there. But I checked the fittings. I don't think it's the fittings, but I'm not 100% sure. So I went ahead and picked up some Lucas Oil stop leak. Not sure what I did with it. It's over here. My brother used this stuff on his old Cutlass. He had a power steering leak and it fixed it. So I bought a small bottle of it. We're just gonna dump it in there. Hopefully it will plug that hole, or at least slow the leak down. I mean, it's fine if you're driving it, but when you stop it, it just, I mean, it's drip, 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 drip. So that's why we got some puddles underneath there. But no, we got that all taken care of. I believe that's the only thing wrong with it. Like I said, it runs, drives, everything is fine. Since John got the axle put in, I think that was our only major issue other than the power steering. But like I said, that should be just a simple fix. Hopefully throw some of that in there. The radiator, we put that in a couple videos back. It's still doing fantastic. You can see it up through the grill there. But yeah, and then we did a bunch of maintenance on my girlfriend's Jeep. Fighting an issue, like you drive it a bunch, then you go to start it and it's almost acting like it's not getting any fuel. So I don't know if the sending unit in the tank is starting to go out, but we're probably gonna take it to a shop and have them looked at it. I changed spark plugs, ignition, coils, what else do we do? Antifreeze, oil, filter, I mean everything to it. But it's still like, you get in it now and starts right up, but you drive it for 30 minutes and then you get to your destination, turn it off, and then try to turn it back on and it kind of hesitates. So not sure what's going on there, but we're gonna try and get that resolved. But yeah. And then as far as the 98 goes, yeah, that's kind of a mess. So short story long, or whatever you want to say, I had some front end problems. Took it to Chad's. He changed, I believe it was one of the steering components that kind of got some slop in it. Changed it, and then I ended up blowing out, or the lower ball joints went out on me, so that's what he's doing. And then he's just checking everything over on the front end just because I don't want to come back and have another issue here and there. But we do have this truck if we need to drive it. Like I said, we also have my girlfriend's Jeep. So yeah, that's basically it for the trucks in the shop. I guess we'll move on to outside and talk about the farm a little bit. Okay guys, before we move on, I forgot to go ahead and throw the Lucas oil in there. God, this thing is...
gross.
I can get it off. But so what it says is, when power steering reservoir is low, refill it with Lucas power steering stop leak until leak stops 1 or 2 bottles. So I had some on the dipstick, but I don't know how full this thing actually is, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dump some. Well, I guess I should probably stand up here so I can actually see how full I get this thing. But we're gonna go ahead and dump however much in here. Man, that thing must have been really low. Oh, no, there it is, okay. And we still have some left over in the bottle, but I'm gonna go ahead and just screw the cap back on, and voila. So hopefully this fixes it. Like I said, I guess we'll see. If not, those reservoirs and stuff I can buy, they're not super expensive. They're like 20 bucks maybe. So, but hopefully that will take care of it. But now we're gonna move on to the farm. So guys, as far as the farm goes, we have been trying to get all the equipment in the buildings and stuff just because of the cold weather, excuse me. We don't like to keep our stuff outside. I mean, typically in a lot of the videos, we had a bunch of our stuff lined up right here, like the hay rake, the tedder, the mower, just because during the summer, it's easier to leave it outside than try and shuffle in and out of the barns. But if we know it's gonna rain during the summer, then we try and get at least like the balers and stuff in the buildings, get the mower and everything in there. We typically tend to keep all that stuff, like the mower, balers and stuff like that, in the buildings just because we don't want them to fade and stuff real bad. But no, we're trying to get everything put up. We just got a bunch of the fertilizer spread. That's what Dad was doing. I actually got to run a check over to the place that we got the fertilizer and everything from and pay for that, pay for the spreader spreader rental, and actually I have to take the spreader back. It's down at the barn lot there. But trying to make like videos and stuff, it can kind of get time consuming, and it just, I don't want them to be all over the place. But if you guys enjoy like the farm vlog type stuff, I'll definitely be sure, like when we get this tractor in the shop this winter to work on it, I'll make some videos on it, and then like just servicing our equipment and stuff. But I don't know how many of you guys would actually enjoy that stuff. I don't really want to get away from the truck stuff just because I am the GM man. That's what I love. So I'm going to try and keep as much as I can truck related, but like I said, we'll eventually throw in a couple of tractor videos and stuff like that if that's what you guys like to see. But no, the farming, like I said, we just got fertilizer put on. We're just going to start getting stuff in the shop now and servicing it for winter, or for next spring. So it is what it is, guys. Like I said, these videos are probably going to be hit and miss here for, I mean, a little while, just because I need to do the steering shaft on the 79, but it's in the 98, and the 98's in Chad's shop in town, so I gotta wait for it to get back, and just trying to coordinate these videos can kind of be a pain in the butt. But yeah, so let me know what you guys want to see. If you guys like the farm videos, let me know. Leave a comment. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Sorry again, not a whole lot going on. I just want to give a little update on the shop here, on the farm and the trucks and stuff. So that being said, remember, learning as I do, doing what I love. I'm the GM man. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.